Let us say sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu.
Now, since morning, we've been practicing a lot of different meditations. Meditation on breathing and meditation, the walking meditation, and also meditation on loving kindness. Now, we can take a moment to practice insight meditation. As you already discussed, insight meditation has to do with the reflection on impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and selflessness. Now, to do this, firstly, we need to contemplate on body, and because this is where we have the attachment, assuming that this body represent myself and mine. Our whole identity is always with this body. But if we know what this body is all about from the perspective of reality, then we can avoid that unnecessary identification. අපි දන්නවා මේ ශරීරයත් සමග මේ කයත් සමග අපි අනන්‍ය කරගෙන ඉන්නේ මම මගේ ආත්මය කියලා. එතකොට අපිට මේ දැන් වඩන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන විදර්ශනා භාවනාව තුළින් අපි කරන්නේ සිහිය පිහිටුවාගෙන නාසිකාග්‍රේ හෝ මුඛ නිමිත්තේ සිහිය පිහිටුවාගෙන ශරීරය ඇත්ත බලනවා. ඒ ශරීරය ඇත්ත බලන එක විදර්ශනාවක්. විදර්ශනාවක් කියලා කියන්නේ විශේෂයෙන් බැලුවොත් විතරක් පේන එකක්. සාමාන්‍ය බැලුවට පේන්නේ නැති නිසා තමයි විදර්ශනා කියන්නේ. Vipassana insight is because we need to make extra effort to see this reality in the Vipassana insight meditation. Through our ordinary perception, we won't see impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, or selflessness. We need to make extra effort. So this is why this is called insight meditation. It requires our insight. Just the sight, simple sight is not enough. Simple sight is very deceptive. It mostly we get a distorted picture. The body is impermanent, but we have taken it as my mind and myself. So, but in this particular meditation, the insight meditation, we are trying to see the body as it really is. Body as it really is from the perspective of reality. When we contemplate on understand that this body is nothing but the accumulation of food. Uh, Food produces this body. Food can produce only food only, the food only. This is why this body becomes a food for certain other animals. Even though we call this body as mine, myself, and me, but reality is that this body is nothing but the food. As far as food is concerned, it is solidity, fluidity, heat, and motion. It has to do with the four basic elements. So contemplation on body also becomes a contemplation on four elements: solidity, fluidity, heat, and motion. අපි මේ ශරීරය පිළිබඳ විදර්ශනා කරනකොට ඒ විදර්ශනාව එක පැත්තකින් කබලින්කාර ආහාරයේ පිරිසිඳ අවබෝධ කිරීමක් වෙනවා. අනිත් අතින් කබලින්කාර ආහාරයේ පිරිසිඳ අවබෝධ කරන එක තුළින්ම ධාතු මනසිකාරය වැඩිවීමකුත් වෙනවා. මොකද සතර මහා ධාතු තමයි ආහාරය කියන එකේ තියෙන්නේ. පඨවි ආපෝ තේජෝ වායෝ කියන සතර මහා ධාතු. යම්කිසි කෙනෙක් සතර මහා ධාතු වශයෙන් දන්නව නම් එයා දුකෙන් නිදහස් වෙනවා. යම්කිසි කෙනෙක් ආහාරය හැටියට දන්නව නම් එයා දුකින් නිදහස් වෙනවා. If one were to understand the fact that this body is nothing but the four great elements, it opens the path for him to experience liberation. And also, if one can contemplate the fact that this body is nothing but the food, nutriment, then it opens the path for us to attain liberation. This effort, this attempt we make in the course of this vipassana meditation or vidarshana meditation, insight meditation, where we deeply reflect on impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and selflessness. And to do that, we need certain meditation objects. For our convenience, we can confine this whole body in terms of, we can reflect on the body in terms of hair, kesa, loma, naka, danta, tacho. The hair, loma means bodily hair, naka means nails, danta means the teeth, and tacho, the skin. So we can deeply reflect on these bodily parts as they really are. When they are with our body, we take it as my hair, my bodily hair, and so forth. But no difference between the solid object out there and the solidity we see in our body. The teeth and the skin, they are just the another manifestation of solidity, fluidity, heat, and motion. එතකොට අපි මේ භාවනා වඩනකොට කෙස්, ලොම්, නිය, දත්, සම වශයෙන් බලන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවා ඒ ස්වභාවය මෙනෙහි කරන්න පුළුවන්. බාහිර පඨවි ආපෝ තේජෝ වායෝ කියන සතර මහා ධාතුව මේ ශරීරයේ තියෙන මේ දෙතිස් කුණපයන්ගේ වෙනසක් නැහැ. ඒවා හේතු නිසා හටගත් ආහාරයෙන් හටගත්ත ආහාරජ කොටසක්. ඉතින් මේ ආහාර බව හොඳට සිහි කරනකොට අපිට තණ්හාව ගෙවා ගන්න ඒකින් පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. නිසා අපි මොහොතක් let us take a moment to reflect on the nature of this body. As we mention and emphasize in the beginning, in the morning, that we need to maintain mindfulness all the time, having establishedness, mindfulness around in front of the nose or around the lips. Then we can deeply reflect on the bodily parts. Usually there are 32 bodily parts that we need to reflect on, but for our convenience, we can concentrate on just first 5. Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, Tacha. The hair and bodily hair and nails, teeth, and the skin. We don't usually see the unattractive nature of these things when they are with our body. But once we drop them, we see the unattractive nature, unpleasant nature of those objects. Even though we use our teeth to eat our food every day, we don't need even our teeth to be mixed with our food in our food plate. That is because we know that once we see a teeth mixed with food, we know that it's not going to be a pleasant object. That unpleasantness, that unattractiveness is always with the body. But it's because of our perception, we don't see it. Now, in this particular meditation, insight meditation, we try to see that real, impermanent, unsatisfactory, and selfless nature of this body. So we can cut off unnecessary attachment to this body. Because we suffer a lot because of our attachment to this body. We give value to other external things because we have given value to this body in the first place. Everything else becomes precious as long as we see this body as precious. But this body is not something that we can hold on to forever. Even this body doesn't know that we have identified ourselves with this body. You take care of this body every day, 24/7, taking care of the bodily needs, but still, body doesn't know how to be grateful. That is because nothing wrong with the body. We are responsible, our mind is responsible for holding on to this body unnecessarily and with ignorance. When the time comes, the body gets sicknesses, illnesses, and aging, it goes through aging. If we were to stay identifying ourselves with this body, when we experience aging, we become sad and suffering comes from there. But if we can understand the nature of this body, impermanent, unsatisfactoriness, and selflessness, we can avoid the unnecessary attachment and find peace in our life all the time, no matter what is going on in the even at the time of aging, sicknesses, we can still find peace because we understand the very nature of this body. When the body is going through changes, we are not then surprised by those changes because we have early realized the nature of this body. Closing our eyes gently, deeply reflect on the unattractive nature of this body. time is for the mm, sharing and Q&A.
So, any sharing? We have learned a lot of things during the day. So, take the time. We don't have much time. So, I think Bhante will be really appreciate to hear your share. Views about the meditation. How was it, and what kind of benefit it got?
Well, thank you, Bhante. I found the talk to be very inspiring.
And actually, we know that, and that there is a saying that we cannot change our destiny overnight, but we can change our direction towards destiny overnight. So at least we know that within one day we cannot do everything, but at least if you got an idea that there is this clear path shown by the Buddha, and the practice has to be based on that understanding, and the, we should not rush to practice without having the knowledge. Rather, we should support our practice with the knowledge, and vice versa. So at least if we get that idea, then I think that is going to going to be beneficial for along for our journey for a long time. And also, if you can at least think about the reality from the perspective of the dependent origination we talked about, this the causality, the causality, the notion of causality, the theory of causality is admitted in all kinds of subject disciplines, but the causality Buddha talks about is distinctive because that causality talks about the our own experience, not necessarily the objective world out there. Actually, from the perspective of Buddhism, from the perspective of Dhamma, there is no such a thing called objective reality existing out there. So everything has to do with our experience. The experience happens depending upon other conditions. So we want to acknowledge those causes and conditions, and then thereby we can cut off unnecessary attachments we have towards our experience. I am reminded again of another instance where one monk, in the Buddhist time, there was a monk or a group of monks. They were so curious to know about everything, mm, maybe everything the Buddha knew or everything about the world. They were so much fascinated by that idea. And then they came to the Buddha and said to him, Venerable Sir, we wish to know everything. Can you teach us everything out of compassion for us so we don't have to return to you again and disturb you if you can give us everything? Well, the same, well, of course, if you are interested in knowing everything, yeah, I'm going to teach you everything. Everything is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and the form, sound, taste, tactile sensation, smell, and the thought. These 12. This is everything. And then the Buddha further said that if one were to talk about anything um, outside the sphere of these 12 things, he cannot make any point out of it. Everything ultimately is nothing but the six senses and the six sense stimuli. Can you think of anything other than these 12 things? If we were to confine again further, all we get is the sphere of six senses. And this is why the Buddha said once that the origin of the world, its origin, its end, and also the path leading to the end of the world can be found within this fathom long body with the perception and consciousness. Not just the body, but the body with perception and consciousness. So the Buddha happened to teach that because there was one particular individual in the Buddha's time. He was so curious to know the end of the world. He asked the Buddha, Venerable Sir, is it possible for us to go to the end of the world by traveling? There, Buddha said, well, you can never ever go to the end of the world by traveling, but without going to the end of the world, you cannot put an end to suffering either. This made him so confused, and he thought, no, what he is saying may be self-contradictory, because he is saying that it is impossible for someone to go to the end of the world by traveling, and also he is saying that without going to the end of the world to end the suffering, ending of suffering is impossible. So then he again asked the question, Venerable Sir, what is the end of the world that you are referring to? And Buddha again said, the end of the world means eyes, ears, nose, body, and the mind. That is the end of the world. So now, in our life, we feel like, oh, it's contradictory. And how about the things we see outside? Beyond the limit of these eyes? Isn't it the case that we see something beyond our eyes? Actually, we can't see anything beyond the limit of our eyes. We feel like as if we feel like as if we are seeing something out there, but it doesn't go beyond the limit of the eyes. Uh, it's like an optical illusion in a way, isn't it? Like, say for instance, if you were to wear a green glasses, even the white, no matter how wide the wall would be, still you see the green wall. Mhm. See everywhere green. So what is the end of that green? Can you go to the end of the green just by traveling? You can, no matter how far you go, still you cannot go to the end of the green world. But that is the end of green world. That is the glass. So is the eyes. Mm. So that's why the world and its origin, its cessation, and the way leading to the cessation of that world can be found within this fathom long body. So this is why sometimes people even question how come Buddha or someone could not realize or understand the world just by sitting under a tree, meditating. Is it? It's because of that reality. You don't have to go anywhere else as long as you know what this life is all about, and as you are aware of what is going on here and how your very experience are being formed, then you know everything. Even one day of retreat can bring about everything, every, everything, knowledge in everything. If we pay much attention to it. So I hope you will continue with this reflection, contemplation daily, so you can bring yourself closer to the heart of the Buddha, so you can understand the reality and find that ultimate peace.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we are going to do the chanting next. Okay. Okay, friends in Dhamma, we are going to chant the discourse of loving kindness with great compassion. The Buddha taught this discourse. So we are going to chant for you all. With the blessings of this discourse taught by the Buddha, may you all be well and happy and peaceful. තථාගත බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ මහා කරුණාවෙන් දේශනා කළ වදාළ මේ උතුම් පරිණීමිත සූත්‍ර සජ්ජායනාව සිද්ධ කරලා අද දවසේ අපේ ක්ලීව්ලන්ඩ් බෞද්ධ විහාරස්ථානයේට වැඩම කරලා මේ උතුම් දවසේ පුණ්‍යවන්ත ගෞරවනීය අපේ කිරින්ද චන්දානන්ද හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේ මේ භාවනා වැඩසටහන අද උදෑසන සිට මෙහෙවන්නට යෙදුණා. අපි ගෞරවනීය හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේටත් ඒ වගේම මේ විහාරේ වැඩ වාසය කරන ගෞරවනීය ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේලා හැම දෙනාටමත් ඒ වගේම අපේ සදැහැති මේ පින්කමට දායක වුණ පින්තුන් වගේම සහභාගී වෙන හැම දෙනාටමත් ආශිර්වාද කරලා මේ උතුම් පිරිත් සජ්ජායනාව සිදු කරනවා. මේ දේශනා කරන පිරිසුදු ධර්මයේ ආශිර්වාදයේ අද දවසේ මේ පින්කම් සිදු කරද්දී මේ එහි විශේෂ වගකීමක් දායකත්වයක් බාරගෙන කටයුතු කරපු ගාමිණී මහත්මයා දීපාන් නෝනා ඒ වගේම පොබුදු මහත්මයා රේෂානි නෝනා ඇතුළු ඒ පවුලේ සියලු දුවා දරුවන්ටත් හැම දිනාටමත් ඒ වගේම බොහෝම මෛත්‍රී සාගතව මේ කාර්ය සිදු කිරීමේදී මූලාරම්භයේ පටන් විවිධාකාරයෙන් අපට උදව් උපකාර කරපු හැම දිනාටමත් අපි ආශිර්වාද කරනවා. අද සහභාගී වුණු සියලුම දිනාටමත් සෙත්පතලා ආශිර්වාද කරලා අපි මේ උතුම් වූ කරුණීයමෙත සූත්‍ර සජ්ජායනාව සිදු කරනවා. මේ ආශිර්වාද බෙලෙන් ඔබ හැම දිනාටම මේ ගත වෙනා වස් කාලය තුල තවදුරටත් කුසල දහම් පූර්ණේ කරගන්න වාසනාව ලැබේවා. පුණ්‍ය ක්‍රියාවන් නිරත වෙලා පුණ්‍යවන්ත භාවයේ තව තවත් දියුණු කරගෙන මේ ජීවිතය යහපත් සතුටින් කරදර බාධක විපත් අපහසුතා වලින් තොරව සැනසෙල්ල ගෙවන්නට හැකියාව ලැබේවා කියන ප්‍රාර්ථනාව ඇති කරගෙන අපි තාම මේ සිත් පෙරදරිව සියලු සත්‍යයන්ට මෙත් අඩමින් මේ උතුම් වූ කරුණීයමෙත සූත්‍රයේ සජ්ජායනා කරනවා. ගෞරවනීය මහා සංඝරත්නයත් සමග පින්තුන්ටත් හැකිනම් කරුණීයමෙත සූත්‍ර සජ්ජායනාව කරමු. ඒ වගේම අනිකුත් පින්තුන් මේ සූත්‍රයේ පිළිබඳව මෙනෙහි කරමින් ඒ මෛත්‍රී වඩමින් සියලු සත්‍යයන්ටම අපි මෙත් වඩන්නට අවස්ථාවක් කරගන්න. साधु 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 नमो तस्से भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्से नमो तस्से भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्से नमो तस्से भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्से करणीय मत कुशलेन यन्तं सन्तं पदं अभिसमिच्य सक्को उजुच सुजुच सुअचो जस्स मुदुअनतिमानि सन्तुष्को च सुभरो च अपकिच्चो च सल्लौक बुद्धि सन्तीन्द्रियो च निपको च अपगब्बो कुलेषु अननुगित् न च गुद्धं समाचरे किञ्चियेन विඤ්ඤो परे उपवदेयं सुखिनो आकेमिनो सब्बे सत्ता भवन्तु सुखितत्ता एके जिपान भूतत्ति तसा वातावरावानवसे गावाये महान्ता वा मज्जिमा रस्सकानुकतुलादित्ता वा एव अद्दित्ता ये च दूरे वसन्ति अविदूरे भूता वा सम्भवेसि सब्बे सत्ता भवन्तु सुखितत्ता न परो परन्निकुब्बेत नाति मन्येत कत्तजिनं कञ्चे व्यारोसना पटिक संज्ञानान्यमन्यस्स दुःखमिच्चैय माता यतानियं पुत्रम् आयुषा एकपुत्रमनुराख्ये एवंपि सर्वभूतेषु मानसंभावये अपरिमाणम् मित्तं च सर्वलोकस्मिन् मानसंभावये अपरिमाणम् मुद्दं अधो च तिर्यं असंबादं अवीरं असपत्तं दिट्टं चरन् निसिन्नो वा शयानो वा यावतस्य विगतमित्रो Etan sating aditteya brahmametam viharam idamahu dittinca anupagamma sila dasanena sampanno kamesu vineyya gedan aijatu gabbaseyang punareti Etena sajja vajjena sottite hotu sabbada etena sajja vajjena sabba rogo vinasatu etena sajja vajjena hotu te jaya mangalang sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabba rogo vinasatu mate bhavadvantara Sukhi dīgāyuko bhava bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanubhavi sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha dhammanubhavi sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata Sabba Sanghanubhavena Sada Sotti Bhavantu Te Sadhu 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 Kirinde. Right. So now it is time for us to share the merits. Can you prepare Madani? So first of all, we are going to share the merits with all the divine beings. So whatever we have accumulated, we have earned a lot of merits. So let us share these merits with all the divine beings. May all the divine beings may receive these merits. May the divine beings who are protecting the Buddha Sasana and this Cleveland Buddhist Vihara and the venerable monks, including Bhante, Kirinde, Chandananda may receive these merits. Also, all the deities who are protecting all our devotees who are sponsoring for this special program, also who participated in the meditation program and help for the program. And may all the divine beings may receive these merits. May they be well and happy, and may they protect all of you, all your properties, and all this work.